Today, writers, we're writing good titles for your story. As an author, you want to capture your reader's interest in your story right away, and a good title is a great way to do this. A good title is like a fishing lure. It entices the reader and convinces them to take that first bite. After that, your writing needs to keep them engaged. Also, a good title may help the reader understand what the story is really about. For example, it might reflect the story's central idea or theme. It might foreshadow the conflict or some of the plot elements. It might name or describe some important characters, and it could suggest a tone or mood. There are so many ways to create great titles. We're just going to talk about a few. Here's a list if you want to pause and read it. But we're going to go on and we're going to look at how some of these are used to create titles of stories you know or may have read. One technique is to use a key line of dialogue or narration. Let's look at Ida always. In the beginning, the book says, Ida is always there with Gus. And even after she's died at the end, the last line is, and Ida is right there, always. So the line Ida always comes up twice in the book and really hits at a main theme that people, even when they're dead, are with us in our hearts always. Another technique is to use a word that suggests a key conflict or a theme topic. We recently read Fear by Terry Truman. Fear was Zoe's primary internal conflict, and also a major theme of the book was about overcoming your fear so you could stand up for yourself. Consider basing your title on a character's name or key characteristics, traits, or qualities that are important about that character. This book has both. Petra is the name of the rock in this book. Remember, she's a rock, and this is the way she rolls. But the word Petra means rock in Latin. For example, to petrify means to turn something to stone. So here the name actually has one of the qualities of the character in it. Another technique is to use a symbol or an image that stands for something, like maybe a theme. We read Fly Away Home. This has a double meaning. The character wants to have a home, and when it saw a bird fly away home, it gave Andrew hope. So the title Fly Away Home refers to the bird, but also they're living in an airport, so there's kind of a lot of double meaning in this one. Lots of titles use alliteration. That's the repetition of sounds. Here, in these books, Jasper Jones, Black Beauty, Red Rising, and Peter Pan, each are two-word titles, and the first sound in each word is the same. So Jasper and Jones, 2 J's. Alliteration is great to use. It gives your title a lot of kind of swing, but it also can be corny, so be careful. Sometimes using an ing verb creates a sense of action in a title. Digging deep, seeking Mansfield, trading places. They're punchy two-word titles that show some action because of the ing word. You might want to use a play on words or a phrase with a double meaning, like this title, Digging Deep. A dig is a volleyball move, and this is a book about a volleyball player, so it has to do with digging deep. But I suspect that there's also a figurative meaning here. She's digging deep into something else, like her life or her friendship or something besides volleyball. I suspect there's a double meaning here. Another story we saw that has a double meaning is Fish Story. A fish story is a lie, a wild exaggeration, a whopper. Like when you say, the fish I caught was so big. And Fish Story by Mary Lou Brooks is a story about the fish named Jaws, but also Ernie is telling a big lie when he pretends that Jaws 2 is really Jaws 1. So it's kind of a clever title. Here's the title of some stories. What do you think they might be about? Are they suggesting characters, conflicts, settings, themes? Are they using alliteration, action verbs, or some of them are using punctuation? Why are these good titles, or are they? When you're done, think of lots of different titles for your narrative. Just go brainstorming. Some of them will be bad, some of them will be good, and one of them, I'm sure, will be great. Use that one.